So you want to buy your first camera, but you can't decide between an APS-C or full frame camera. First off, the main difference between an APS-C camera and a full frame camera is literally the size of the sensor. That's it. But that size difference, it creates this whole domino effect that changes other things about the camera and makes them act completely different. So what exactly are the differences? This camera right here is a full frame sensor. The sensor is about 1.2 times larger than an APS-C sensor. Being the fact that this sensor is a lot bigger, it's able to capture a whole lot more light. Now to really simplify it, having a full frame camera is like having a big bucket, and an APS-C sensor is like having a smaller bucket. Now when you have a bigger bucket, you're obviously able to carry more water, aka it's able to capture more light. But why exactly does my camera being able to capture more light even matter? Well, when you think about it, what exactly is light? Well, light is just detail, because without light, you can't see anything. So the more light your camera can capture, the more detail that your camera is able to get. Which is why typically full frame cameras are a lot more sharper and can capture more detail than the APS-C camera. But that's not the only difference between the two. You see, because APS-C sensors are a lot smaller, you also get this thing called a crop factor. Basically what a crop factor is, if I was to take this 50mm lens right here and attach it to my full frame sensor camera, it would act as a 50mm lens. However, on an APS-C camera, because of the crop factor, that lens now becomes a 75mm because of the 1.5 crop. So if that confused you, just know whenever you buy an APS-C camera, whatever lens you buy, you must times it by 1.5, and that will give you its true millimeters. The only time that rule does not apply is when you're buying APS-C lenses. Those lenses are specifically designed for APS-C camera. One of the biggest reasons why a lot of people think about going APS-C compared to full frame is the price. Full frame cameras, like I said, they typically are better in low light. However, they are extremely expensive, really expensive. I am shooting on an FX3. Those cameras go for about $4,500. Last time I checked, you can buy an FX30, which is the APS-C version, for about $1,500 to $2,000. Half the price of a full frame camera. The only difference is it's APS-C, so it's worse at low light, but it's still really good.